Good evening, everyone. I uh, I haven't been able to make a video in the last few weeks because I've been away from Canada, and but anyways, I found some time to make a video today. I'm not still back to Canada, but I'm outside of the country anyway. The I when I was actually you know. Thinking of a topic, I found a topic like how to handle a difficult emotion, according to the Buddha. So this topic is worthwhile to discuss because we all going through difficult situations on a daily basis, and I think that it's certainly good to talk about what are the Buddhist teachings that we can learn, not just on a theoretical framework, but also, on a practical, uh, pragmatic level. Okay, so the first thing we have to find out what is an emotion. A lot of people they have trouble finding out what is an emotion and what is a feeling. So, on one perspective, on one context, are emotions and feelings two things or two different things? On the other hand, uh, uh, are these two the same? So are emotions and feelings discussed on a similar context? Now this is what we need to know. Now in English, what we know is that emotion is a strong feeling. So that means it is a feeling, but the problem is it is a strong feeling. Okay, so in English there is a difference, feeling and emotion. In the same way, in the Buddhist teachings, we find out that we can see that Vedana is the Pali term for feeling, and we can see uh, strong Vedana, strong feelings at different points uh, to be emotions. Okay. Now, for example, like I would say, when I don't like something or someone, I would say it is still a feeling. But when I when I think that I really hate, I think that I really don't like, and that could be an emotion, right? So that could be the main thing. Let's say I like someone, it is a feeling, but when I say I really really like that person, really really like something, that can become an emotion. Okay. Now the issue in this context is that how to, now you know what is an emotion, it is a strong feeling, how to handle this difficult emotion, sorry, the difficult feeling, or the strong feeling which you call emotion. If you take a look at of the uh, four foundations of mindfulness, which you call Chattaru Satipatthana, uh, which is the framework of our mindfulness on a day-to-day basis, according to the Buddha, we can easily find out there are four, supportive bases for us to stay mindful, which will help us to find out a clear way to uh, get rid of or handle a difficult emotion. Now, in the four foundations of mindfulness, we get to see Kayanupassana, mindfulness based on the body; Vedananupassana, mindfulness based on the feelings; Chittanupassana, mindfulness based on the thoughts; Dhammanupassana, mindfulness based on uh, mental objects. Okay. Now we have to clearly find out how does this process of the four foundations of mindfulness relate to handling a difficult emotion. Now, when you understand the third uh, foundations of mindfulness, you call Chittanupassana, Buddha clearly talks about different thoughts: raga thought, dosa thought, moha thought, And there are a bunch of thoughts under Chittanupasana. So the thing is like whenever you are coming up with a thought of raga, which you call desire or greed, whenever you are coming up with a thought of hatred, which you call a dosa thought, whenever you are coming up with the thought of moha, which you call ignorance, if you can clearly see that this is a thought of greed, this is a thought of hatred, this is a thought of ignorance, and that could be this beginning, starting point of handling a difficult emotion. Because as long as you do not understand what is the base of my emotion, this strong feeling, you will never be able to handle it. Okay, so the first thing is that you are looking at different thoughts. Now, when the thoughts are, naturally or unnaturally, purposely or intentionally or unintentionally developed to a certain extent, then you get to feel something. Okay, I feel I'm so greedy. I feel I'm so angry. I feel I'm so, infatuated. That means that it has gone some far from a thought to a feeling. Okay, and the other thing is like if you can also use the fourth mindfulness support, that's called Dhammanupassana, mindfulness based on the mental objects. Now what does it mean? It means that you are trying to see the birth and the development and the perishing of the mental objects with reference to main dhammic factors, five hindrances, 5 aggregates, and that can also help out what's really going on. But I think before we move on to that kind of a deeper level in our understanding, it's good to take care of this difficult emotion thing from or at the level of Chittanupassana and Vedananupasana. And also I want to share with you a very very easy, a very basic level of methodology to handle a difficult emotion from the Buddhist perspective, but in a very modern type of technique. This technique was found out by Insight Meditation Society in the United States. They suggested a nice way that is taken from the Buddhist teachings. They use a word called RAIN. It's an acronym actually. Each letter stands for different steps. Now RAIN, R-A-I-N. It's not the RAIN that we know. Okay, so R stands for recognize. When you are struggling, going through with a difficult emotion, let's say greed, hatred, delusion or ignorance or jealousy or whatever the emotions, what you can do in the first approach is to recognize what is your negative emotion or what is your difficult emotion, like what is it, and what is the context, what is inside of your difficult emotion. So that's the first thing you need to do. So you need to recognize that this is a difficult emotion and this is happening inside of me. And number 2, that means RAIN, R-A. A stands for accept. You're going to accept that, oh, this is happening, this is arising within me, so I need to accept that I've been already a victim of this difficult emotion. It could be whatever difficult emotions. Number 3 is that investigate, R-A-I. I stands for investigate. How to investigate? You can investigate your difficult emotion from different dimensions. You can investigate your difficult emotion from physical side of your body. Let's say when you are angry, when we talk about anger, then what happens is that as soon as you are angry, you can observe, notice that there are different things happening within your body. you are puffing, you feel that there's heaviness coming up, and a lot of physical differences. That means that you are investigating your difficult emotion through physical level. And also you can investigate mentally, emotionally, through whatever dimensions you think you can investigate. Finally, it is called N, non-identify. Non-identify. That means that you trying to, uh, you know, uh, deconstruct the event. That means the difficult emotion from you. Now, oftentimes, what happens to many is that when there is anger because of an event, what most of the people do is that they're going to construct a connection between event of anger or event that causes the anger to come up with themselves. So they say, there is an event, and there is me, and if I am the victim of this difficult emotion, and what I've been doing so far to that extent is that I've been constructing a nexus connection between that event of anger and I. So what that this person is supposed to do at the level of N, non-identify, REIN, non-identify, is to deconstruct, stop the connection from that event of anger, whatever the difficult emotion, and from oneself. So the more you deconstruct, the better you are, the happier you are, the easier you are. So that's what RAIN means. R, to recognize, A, to accept, I, to investigate, N, to non-identify. Actually, the last letter or step, which we call non-identification, means anatta concept, the main philosophy of the Buddhist teachings. Actually, if we really know that the main goal of the Buddhist teaching is to attain Nibbana, that means you are trying to understand the concept of anatta, not self. How you going to understand not self, anatta concept, without deconstructing you from unnecessary events and things? So see, now you also understand that this approach to the approach called RAIN, to overcome or handle a difficult emotion, not only helps out you to come out of that bad situation, but also helps you to understand the main goal of the Buddhist teachings called anatta. I hope you understood this short talk about how to handle a difficult emotion. Now you know what is emotion, what is feeling. So I hope that you will put these teachings into your practical life, and develop your spiritual understanding. Thank you.